but I think that the way that we're doing things is pretty. I feel like I'm getting enough mentorship, or at least to push me in the right direction.
But one thing that I'll say though is that Henry and I have spent, I mean, how many hours have we spent talking individually, Henry?
Hundreds, if not close to thousands.
Henry did, I mean, just like you did, but we did independent study so we started in January, and then you caught us in that conversation. You caught us in probably April, right? When we started to submit the SSEIG, Steve?
Uh,
That's,
you guys had an independent study?
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that, but I know
So
me and you had an independent study as well.
well, I know
But
you and I had an independent study
yeah,
as well, but the independent study that we were talking about was not what, the Henry and I started talking about, long-term vision goals well
mm,
before we did that independent study, I think. But that was when we started doing it routinely on a weekly basis, multiple
okay,
hours a week, right?
yeah,
The independent study that you and I did really that was designed to get to allow you to conquer college, right?
yeah. That was just the study skills conquer college, like solve, I guess, my more immediate problems of trying to get good grades.
Yeah. And so when I think about like the flow of information or the flow of development as students, you guys are definitely beyond the, I mean, you have a very well conceptualized idea of the conquering college portion of it, both of you. And I think Henry has, if I were to ask him to describe what he wants to do and why, I think he spent a lot of time on what I call from the classroom to the bank problem, right? So if we broke up being a student, conquering college, get paid to learn, from the classroom to the bank, this one is like, I definitely think Henry has finished get paid to learn, right? When's the last time you got money from a scholarship, Henry?
Pretty recently.
Yeah, right. And so that's one thing that I want to do for you, Steve, which is we can talk about that together, right?
Yeah.
And then I also think Henry's pretty well developed on from the classroom to the bank. He hasn't actually, like, I would ask you, Henry, have you landed in your dream position yet?
No.
Still working on it, right? But do you have a vision of what that is? And do you know why that vision makes sense for you? And are you working on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so from that standpoint, Steve, like, you know, him and I also have go-betweens, right? Like we text individually, et cetera. And so, you know, in order for us to have the type of conversations that I think are really useful for you, I want to empower you to get to a space where you have really, really, you're kind of working through those next levels of development, right? And I think, and my claim here is like,